day I actually went thrifting. Was it yesterday or the day before? Basically, I went thrifting and I don't know, it's something that my friend showed me to just go and do and have fun. Before he had showed me like his finds and things, I had a very like bad perspective on it. Like it just felt like a waste of time until like I recently, because of him, I got back into it and like even if I don't find good things, like good things, there's always something to find and use. I feel like that's what makes thrifting so fun. When you go thrifting, sometimes you go in blind. So it's good to essentially like prepare yourself to like what kind of things that you're looking for. So you could go onto Pinterest and whatever niche and clothing that you specifically look for. And I swear, like you'll always find something. I don't know what drew me to go to this beautiful Goodwill. But my intentions was to find like a good like top, essentially like a good jacket or coat or just some long sleeve. But I found jeans. Like designing clothes has been something I've actually done before, and yeah, here's my past work. It's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, it's been over like probably over 2 years now, and it's just like something that I've recently had an urge to do. Like I don't mean to get like all like philosophical because I always like just talk in my other videos. But one thing I do see is just that people essentially like, so from what I've seen recently, a lot of people like to live their lives. It's like endless cycle of just just like the most like useless information of all time. Where I feel now people are actually losing their like basically their comprehensibility to even create all of these things. So I feel like it's important for us entirely to, instead of just consuming, and set some time to create drawing, journaling, making YouTube videos, just anything really that really just makes you like actually think, just have fun with it. It doesn't have to be like anything too serious. But yeah, I've honestly I've been looking through Depop and things like that, and I always see distressed jeans. Just like, ripped. I was like, instead of just like leaving these as regular jeans, why don't I just do it myself? I don't have to pay like $40 just for like ripped jeans, bro. Like you could literally do it yourself. But whatever, this is like the process that I went through. Okay, so of course it started with actually finding the jeans, which I got pretty lucky. I did see some like Calvin Klein jeans as well, but honestly, upon further inspection, it was just decided to leave them there because the waist was too big for me. So I don't know. So yeah, the jeans were just basic blue wash Buka jeans. I'm gonna be showing you a video, very poorly taken. I don't know why I Yeah, bro, don't hire me as your cameraman, bro. It's actually horrible, bro. I'm sorry. So yeah, basically my tools were, this was my tool. This and a knife. So the vision was to go for a kind of like a grungy look. I don't know, it's something about like Buka jeans and then having them like actually ripped. I thought was pretty cool. But the one thing though that I always see is like the rips are always at knee height. I never liked, to be honest. I never liked like the ripped part being at your jeans. It just looks kind of like weird to me. So I did lower it, and it's supposed to like sit. The rips are supposed to like essentially stack upon each other, so it doesn't show like too much leg. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I did forget to record the first part of like actually designing, but here's how they look so far. Technically. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is my first time actually doing by the hand, just doing it myself in terms of designing. So I honestly don't have, this is my first time, if I'm being honest. And if you're wondering about the technique I used, which literally isn't like anything crazy, so I literally just pinched a piece of the jean. Once you make that little cut, dig in your scissors and once you have your desired width, get like a sharp object and kind of like pull out the horizontal strings of the jeans, so it gives that like distressed look that you're trying to go for. If anything, this isn't hard at all, if I'm being honest. This is just like something, just express your creativity, just have fun with it. That's like honestly what I'm trying to go for. But yeah, so and that's kind of like what the jeans look like while I'm wearing them. Yeah, and honestly, they don't look bad, but I feel like more. There's there's more that I could do. I don't know. This is more so like just a DIY project. It was fun though. It was actually like super fun to do. I'm still not sure if I want to do more to it because then again I could just like ruin it entirely. So you gotta have like a sense of enough. I feel like if anything, I would like to do like patchwork, but I don't have the resources to do that right now. In terms of like what worked and what didn't, I feel like, well, obviously the knife. Okay, it's a sharp object, right? But I need something obviously way more precise than the knife in order to actually be more efficient at pulling the strings out. Because every time first of all, it takes like a lot of effort to even drag one piece of like horizontal yarn out. So that's definitely like it was a time waster, is what I'm trying to say. And even when I would pull the what's it called the strings out, then they would rip. So it's like I'm basically like gambling, just like going at it until like I get one sticking out. So that was definitely like the most inefficient way to go about it. Hey, but at least it did work though, cause I mean, the scissors that I had, Jesus Christ, I had to like constantly chop it out like so many times until I finally went through the gene. So I'd obviously get a new pair of scissors and then, maybe like a sewing machine or something like that, just so I could patches, but that actually have some cool designs. I wouldn't just do like a simple like color or flannel. I don't know. Whatever I find like interesting, I would like to put it. But if not, then some sort of like light contrast or nah, I wouldn't do like super hard contrast. That it would just look ugly. If you're ever like wondering if you should ever like do a DIY with the pants, I mean, bro, look at me. I just did with a knife and scissors. So if you want to, then you really would. And yeah, just go for it, bro. Just literally go thrift to get like $6 jeans and just try it out. So yeah, if anybody who actually watched the entire video, which I think this video isn't too long, but whoever watched the entire video, let me know what you think about the pants. Actually, I'd like to, I don't know, I'd like to have some opinions on it, just to see like what worked, what didn't work. But yeah, see you.